Hello, I am Mary Alice Davis. Welcome to the media and community leaders. We are very happy that you have joined us today to learn about this year's Sangamon County Historical Society's Cemetery Walk. The Sangamon County Historical Society will again sponsor our annual cemetery walking tour, Echoes of Yesteryear, a walk through Oak Ridge Cemetery. It will be held from noon to 4, Sunday, October 2nd, here at Oak Ridge Cemetery. The walk will provide visitors with a glimpse into the history and heritage of Springfield. The popular cemetery walk, which is sponsored by the Sangamon County Historical Society and co-sponsored by Oak Ridge Cemetery, was held annually for 12 years, beginning in 1996 and ending in 2008. It was brought back 7 years ago by popular demand and was so successful that we are offering it again this fall. The event is free and open to the public, however, donations are suggested. 8 actors dressed in period costumes will portray historic individuals or their family members who have been buried at Oak Ridge Cemetery, each telling the stories of the people they portray. This year, all of these individuals made significant contributions to our community. One of these actors is here today to talk to you about her character. These authentic stories, which have been thoroughly researched, will take the audience back to an earlier time and provide insight into the lives and times of these historic individuals. At this time, I would like to introduce LaShonda Fitch, Executive Director of Oak Ridge Cemetery, who can tell you about the logistics of the cemetery walk.
Thank you so Thank you so much, Mary Alice. And good morning, everyone. As she stated, I'm LaShonda Fitch, the 20th director here at Oak Ridge Cemetery. Thank you again, Sangamon County Historic Society, for bringing this popular event back. I am looking forward to it this year. Although we were rained out last year, it will happen this year.
Rain, yes.
No rain. We're asking today. A beautiful day like today. Can we repeat that? There are numerous people involved in this event. The many volunteers who put in the hard work and efforts, and you will see one and learn more about one today. Also, the people that will be helping with the parking on the event. It is Oak Ridge's history come alive. This type of event you cannot read about in a book. And you will want to get excited because it's not just the book that you're reading, you're actually going to see the actual visual of the history comes alive in each character. So I encourage the community to bring your children, as it is going to be an educational event for families as well. And we know you will enjoy the event. Now, let's talk about some logistics. So, no worries, there will be plenty of parking. Buses will transport you to the first grave site. Therefore, you will be dropped off at that grave site. And then you will walk to the other graves. It's not a long distance walk this year. We're actually about a half a mile. And when you're finished, you will walk back to the bus and the staging areas. You will be brought back by bus if you choose to the staging areas. Again, we invite the community to come out and experience Oak Ridge's and Sangamon County's history comes alive. Thank you again, Mary Alice and the board or Sangamon County Historic Society for bringing this event to our community yet again.
Thank you, LaShonda. Now I would like to introduce one of the individuals who will be showcased during the walk. Margaret Carpenter, wife of William Carpenter, interpreted by Mary Disler.
Good morning. I am Mary Disler, and I have the privilege this year of portraying Margaret Carpenter during our cemetery walk. She and her husband William were very early settlers to Sangamon County. They arrived here in about 1822, just 4 years after the state was officially designated. They had a 6-week trek from Ohio to get here, and they ended up living about 2 miles north of the Sangamon River. They established an inn. They called it the 6 Mile House because it was 6 miles from Springfield. It was on the stage line between Springfield and Peoria. They also built a mill on the Sangamon River. There was a grist mill and a lumber mill. People were thrilled to finally at home be able to grind their corn and saw their logs. They also had a ferry across the Sangamon River, and that lasted till about 1870 or so. About that time, they established a ferry across the river, and we now have a bridge on the Peoria Road. That is, it's just a little bit farther down the road was the ferry and the site of the mill. They moved into Springfield. William had a store very close to 2nd and Jefferson. They made money at retail with their mill. They bought a lot of land. And actually, you probably have heard of Carpenter Street, Carpenter Park. Carpenter Street is where Mr. Carpenter had a lot of land. And the Carpenter Park was pretty much the land that we owned around our cabin. Our youngest daughter, Sarah, sold that land, about 400 acres, to Springfield Park District in about 1922. It was named by the district Carpenter Park in honor of our family. And we're very proud of the fact that in that park is a very, very tiny fraction of land still in Illinois that has not been hardly touched since the white settlers arrived in Illinois. That is a very proud part of our legacy. So I hope you all come. We're going to have a lot of interesting people to talk to you. So thank you.
Thank you, Mary. A couple more details. In addition, refreshments will be available for purchase by the Springfield and Central Illinois African American History Museum. Parking will be designated in designated areas of the cemetery. It is a walking tour, approximately 1/2 mile in length. I like to call it educational exercise. At this time, I will be happy to answer your questions, and so will the other ladies.
Will you guys be available one-on-one after the press conference?
Yes.
The radio would like to do it first up.
Thank you all for coming. If you would like to talk to us individually, we are happy to grant interviews. Thank you again.
If you're interested in learning a little bit about some fascinating characters of Sangamon County and Springfield, you might want to stop by for a really fascinating afternoon. We'll have about 8 different actors and actresses who will be bringing to life some wonderful people who we owe a great debt to from our history. And it's so much easier to learn history by hearing it from a living person rather than sitting around trying to read a big tome. So I think you'll have a lot of fun.